Hi everybody.
Hello boys and girls, I'm Flipper55 with Fat Finger Gaming, and welcome to Fat Finger Gaming's continuing coverage of the 2015 college football season. Today is game 2 of our Twitch coverage, and it's another Big Ten big-time game. Both these two teams should have come in here at 6-0. Unfortunately, Ohio State lost to Virginia Tech first week of the season, so it's 6-0 versus 5-1. Winner joins Michigan State as the only other undefeated team in the division.
That's gonna do it for us. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming right at you. Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I are back at halftime.
So the unranked, undefeated Penn State Nittany Lions come out. Christian Hackenberg under center. Christian Hackenberg is one of the better quarterbacks. Oh my God. That's how you start off right there. Akeel Lynch, you want to start off with a nice 20-yard run, loosen up the defense a little bit, and set up your passing. So Christian Hackenberg is supposed to be one of the higher quarterbacks drafted this season. He's going to have a little bit of an issue. Joey Bosa's on the other side. Joey Bosa, he's got 10.5 sacks. That is that actually came into this week in the lead. Taper now has the lead with 11.5 sacks, but that's after his game against. Oh my God!
You can't take sacks like that as a quarterback.
Dude, Washington just absolutely jumps the gap.
Throw the ball away.
So it's second down and 13 yards to go following that quarterback sack.
So Bosa is technically in the lead. We'll see if he can pick up a sack and really be in the lead. Actually, I think Taper just got 11 sacks, so I think Bosa's half a sack behind.
Level at the 22-yard line.
I'm not sure if the back was his first option.
Yeah, Braxton Miller, who is #1 in the Heisman watch, and just saw an article saying that he's going to be the running back. It's going to be Cardell Jones, who will be quarterbacking the Ohio State Buckeyes this season.
Fires to his tight end, nothing doing.
That's one of the unfortunate things about doing the roster, setting the game. Setting the game. It's one of the unfortunate things of doing what I do, and make sure, you know, starting this before the season, right after spring practice. People can get suspended. Joey Bosa. Decisions can be made a little bit later. I was under the impression that Braxton Miller actually would start this season, hence why I have him starting. I figured Cardell Jones would be second on the depth chart. He's third on this depth chart. I'm going to go in and I'll probably change that.
So the kicker comes out. He'll try to put 3 points on the board. Penn State could take the lead with this field goal.
But I guess Urban Meyer's looking. Oh my God, and he misses.
All
right, so a good drive ends in a missed field goal. That's okay, because that's the way Michigan State's first drive went, and they right now are sitting undefeated in the conference.
He's taken down at about the 29-yard line.
I should have said the only other undefeated team in the division, because Wisconsin is undefeated in the conference. Probably will be undefeated in the Big Ten championship, but that's more of a product of their schedule-ish. They did have to beat Alabama, so I don't want to take that away from them.
There was some movement on the line.
But
ball start, offense.
It'll be third down again after that penalty.
Yeah, now they have more yards to
one of the things that I was looking at Wisconsin's schedule was just that, if everything goes your way in week 1, you don't even have to be, you got to be a good team. But if you're just a good team and everything goes your way, you could wind up being undefeated going into the Big Ten championship. And it'll be one of those things that you just have,
and they really shut him down that time.
You just be completely overrated. and a chance to take somebody's spot in the playoffs. Now Penn State does their job. You'd have thought that Ohio State would have been the one that would have caused the 3 and out. Now, some of the things you got to watch out for here. Oh, and they separate him from the ball. One of the things that you have to watch out here is Ohio State's got to battle home field disadvantage. We've had a lot of that here in the Fatfinger's broadcast. It seems to be going away. If you were watching earlier today during the unfortunate internet drop during the Michigan State game, Michigan was unable to come back against Michigan State. So they are a home team that did lose. I'm sitting there trying to think. Baylor got shocked by West Virginia. All the ACC home teams won. All the ACC home teams won.
Marshall takes it to 20, and down he goes at the 30. Pretty good job by the return man there. This is a fun game.
West Virginia's home team won. Oklahoma it was a visitor and won. I don't like Oklahoma beating Kansas State in Manhattan. I don't see that as a problem. Just like I don't see Michigan State beating Michigan. That's home field disadvantage.
His arm. With this guy, it's PYP. Pick your poison. 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on their own.
Actually, Texas A&M beat Alabama at home. LSU lost to Florida, though.
He's going to try.
Anyways, when he fumbled. And it's Penn State's ball.
Tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Oh, Penn State's defense. Penn State has not got that great of a roster for their defense, but man, are they making it look good. Hackenberg just throws the ball away with pressure up the middle.
Right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
So it's 2nd and 10.
So far, they're swarming around him. They haven't been able to sack him, but they have been able to get around him. There's Bosa from behind. Taking down Akeel Lynch.
They're one of the loudest crowds in the country, and they are on their feet.
Big 3rd and 5 here. Can Ohio State? Oh, nice pressure up the middle, and they are been in Christian Hackenberg's face so far. On this drive, forcing a 3 and out, and let's see if the kicker can actually hit this one. Yeah. Oh.
Sometimes when you see a kick like that, the kicker is trying to compensate for a factor maybe like the wind, and he thinks he can hook it back in.
That's the 2nd wide left.
Either team has a clear advantage so far. Let's see if they can make some plays and get a little separation. Now he's scrambling, and he's going to be sacked.
He has one job on passing situations: get to the quarterback, and he did that job very.
So we are in one ugly mode right here.
From their own 28-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Ugly mode. Braxton Miller goes down.
This kid just doesn't stop. That's his 2nd sack of the game.
Now the big boys up front better make some adjustments. It's only the 1st quarter, and they're letting this kid get
and 3rd and 19. This might be the 2nd straight 3 and out for Ohio State. You would not think that. Braxton Miller is, of course, #1 on the Heisman list. Throws into double coverage. That thing's going to be knocked down. And 2nd 3 and out for the Ohio State Buckeyes. You've got a great offensive line. You got Braxton Miller, who is 1st in the Heisman. You got Ezekiel Elliott, a awesome back. And Penn State will get the ball, and once again will be in Ohio State territory, just barely in Ohio State territory. Ohio State leaning heavily on that defense. Throw to the fullback out of the backfield. So the question is, will Penn State ever get alternative uniforms? I get a feeling that Penn State's alternative uniforms are going to be names on the back or not names on the back. I mean, there was a joke about Ohio State getting alternative uniforms, and lo and behold, years ago they actually did wear them. And I think they've worn alternative uniforms in 3 games. A big, thick silver stripe. I believe they had red helmets in one of the times.
Second and 10. Ball on the 37.
Well, I haven't, you know, I like traditional football. I like the traditions. At the same point, I like new traditions. And, you know, Oregon coming out in 18 billion different variety of jerseys.
You expect this every time you're here,
that's a tradition. Without a doubt, that's a tradition. I really do like the old Oregon uniforms with that yellow helmet with the O and the tick-tock duck. But you know, just because it's different doesn't mean it can't be part of a tradition. That's what you come to expect. That's comfortable. It's like I'm a big creature of habit, and you know, what feels comfortable, do it. And you know, now Oregon just switching those uniforms in and out. That's my comfort zone now. That's what I feel comfortable with Oregon. If I saw Oregon come out in the same jerseys, same like normal jerseys, day in, day out, that's going to be outside my comfort zone. Just like I absolutely love Maryland's Pride helmets. I know I'm in a minority. That's fine. There's just I love their Pride uniforms. I absolutely love their helmet. I love their jerseys.
5 guys will be out in the pattern.
You know, you got the two. You got basically the left and right side of the Maryland flag. I think that's great. You know, Maryland University is, you know, the state of Maryland. And I absolutely love the flag being part of their uniforms, and I love the way they did it. But once again, I am of the, oh my God.
He tried to hit his receiver in stride, but overthrew it a little too much.
That'll come in time. Just
I guess this is one of those things where Braxton Miller can't hit the water if he's in the middle of the ocean.
Is the punter. It's away, and it's a booming punt.
Gonna have it right now. Switch in Cardell Jones.
He got hit hard.
I don't know if I finished my thought about the quarterbacks. I'm assuming Urban Meyer went with Cardell Jones for just the beef to get through the season unharmed. I guess. Because you know, I'm going to tell you right now, I realize Oregon had a lot of time to prepare for Cardell Jones, but at the same time, they just had they had 2 games worth of video. Obviously, college is a little bit different than pro.
It's third down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that.
You know, pro.
It's arguably the loudest crowd in the nation, and they are.
And Eggenberg picking up the first down. You know, in pro you can catch guys napping. You know, you send in a very good second stringer. You can really screw up a defense with a good second stringer because you know they haven't studied them. They don't know what his tendencies are. Yada 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 yada.
And he throws it away.
And the next week, there might be the same issue, but you get a couple weeks in, you get a couple weeks of tape,
from the 35
and
it's second down.
You will see truly how that guy matches up talent-wise with the pros. College a little bit different, but when you're talking about the big boys versus the big boys, that difference goes away. You know, you're talking about Alabama versus Ohio State. You're talking about Florida versus. Florida's a little bad bad thing to use, but, you know, LSU, Alabama, Auburn, Alabama, LSU, Auburn, you know, those type of things. You got a lot of tape on somebody. You got in, you know, you get in just about the same kind of recruits as they get in. Then you start seeing a little bit of, you know, then you start seeing just what the guy's talent is made up.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Not to take back, I mean, not to take away what Ohio State did, which is, you know, have to throw 3 different quarterbacks. Well, actually, you didn't even get to throw 3 different quarterbacks because Braxton Miller was out before the first game. But, you know, to walk in there and win a Big Ten championship and semifinals and national championship with your 3rd-string quarterback, that's obviously, that's
Touchdown, Penn State.
You got to give it to just about everyone for that kind of a win. Coaching staff, for recruiting, for the schemes, offensive linemen. I don't think, you know what, I think that offensive line was the best last year in the nation. It's scary because 4 out of the 5 are coming back. So, once again, I think they'll be the best in the nation. I don't think that you can pull a 3rd-string quarterback national championship run out of the backside without the best offensive line in the nation. I really don't. I really do believe that had a lot to do. That national championship had a lot to do with having the best offensive line in the nation.
It's 2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
Still gotta have good guys, you know, in the specialty position under quarterback.
He's tackled right around the 32-yard line.
Call it a loss of 1 yard on the play. That makes it 3rd and 3.
Three down. Mike eight.
I think Ohio State's still looking for their first down of the game, and Braxton Miller throws the ball nowhere around the receiver. He's having a rough day right now.
That brings up 4th and 3.
Davis, the return man. He puts it away, and it's a
I think a
great
lot of
kick.
State fans are going to actually start
Tackle made at the
hoping
30-yard line.
that he gets hurt.
With 1 quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these 2 squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way. Penn State is up 7.
This is huge. Try to get 2 scores up. You know, you get 2 scores up against
It's out to
a
about the
team
31.
that has done nothing but 3 and outs. Looks rattled in their own home. And that's one of the things about NCAA football that I don't like. It's very easy to get rattled in your own home.
Tackle outside after a nice pickup.
It's got that whole home field advantage thing against you, and that's why, you know, typically in most NCAA games I have turned off the home field advantage, just because as bad as a nice pitch, he's got it. Keel Lynch, good pitch there. Christian Hackenberg running the little option play, picks up the 1st down. But the NCAA, oh God, he gets blasted.
And down he goes at the 37.
Loss of 4 yards on the play. That makes it 2nd and 14.
But you know, with the home field advantage, the thing that I cannot stand is just the fact that your guys can get rattled just as easy in your home, in your own home. Yeah, I'm not saying just as easy, but you start off.
They'll bring him down at the 48-yard line.
You know, you start off poorly,
on 2nd down. Yep.
and you become just as rattled as if you're playing away, and I don't like that at all. Oh God, Hackensberg's out. Connor's in. Must have been that last blast running that option.
Pass complete and taken down immediately.
That was a
That's good for a gain of 7 yards.
See a linebacker darting across the face of the receiver. I almost got to that one.
Penn State is up a score. Quick throw out to the receiver.
But that does hurt.
Around the 27-yard line.
That hurts the home field advantage when you can get. See, it's not. You can get rattled in front of your hometown. You know, boos all around, all that. That can happen. But it's so easy. It's easier.
Looks to his receiver, first down.
Wow.
That's a great tackle at the 13-yard
Gunner's on
line.
fire.
First down.
He scrambled. And
Not
he
this
can't
time.
get away
Close
from
is
the
going to
pressure.
come up
The
with a
offensive
sack.
line has to at least slow the guy down a little bit. He was
Waiting for a 5-for-5 for O'Connor.
From the 18-yard line.
All right, Hagenberg, Bruce Sternum will return, but who cares with this going on?
He means so much to this team. And right now, it looks like
Oh, linebacker coming in, just
he's in that much pain.
a little delayed blitz. Actually, Von Bell, I believe. Is that a nickel? I think that's their nickel. A little delayed nickel blitz right there.
It's the 11th play of the drive.
2 sacks in a row and made this a 3rd and 22. And I don't know if you're calling in the kicker after this day he's starting to have. There's Bosa coming in. Oh!
Second time in a row.
4th and 30 after 3 straight sacks, and Bosa is definitely in the lead
It's now 4th and long.
for sacks in the nation.
Penn State
In the
is
lead,
hoping to make
sacks
this
in
a
the nation.
two-score game.
Has the most sacks in the nation, and what else was I trying to say?
Split the
He got it this time.
Reese Davis is standing by.
Cut it
with
just
this
inside.
update. Reese.
All right, don't worry about that USC Notre Dame score. We will see after this game, finishing up our Twitch broadcast on Monday. Our Monday Twitch broadcast. Boy, what is going on? Well, I would say what is going on. Look at that, total yards, 5 yards. Egads. Ohio State having a rough time here.
It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime.
Okay, the first thing you need to do is get a first down, and he's going to get it. Ezekiel Elliott down the sidelines, out at the 50-yard line. All right, there's your first down.
That easily could have been 6.
Now, the interesting thing about this game. Oh, jeez. Interesting about these games that it is normally Ohio State blowing out Penn State. Last year, I think, double overtime? Close games are not the norm. And it's not even. It's not even when Penn State wins that it's a close game. Most of these games, you can sort of just tell who's going to win. Most of the time, it is Ohio State. You can just tell who's going to win, even if it's only a 10 or 14 point lead. I can remember. I think it's Terrell Pryor, maybe, was quarterback in Ohio State. In just one awful football game in which both teams just, I don't think they did enough to win. Neither team did enough to win. And Penn State wound up walking away with a win. I think it was 21-10, I believe the final score was. But, Penn State has, when they had a good team, at one point they blew out Ohio State 63-14. Most of the time it is the other way around. Penn State just getting wrecked by Ohio State. Oh, my God, nice. Kyle Carter just shucking people off going down the field. So I would not doubt if it's going to be the same this year. A lot of hype, night game, and just one team doesn't show up. Obviously, in our Fatfingergaming rendition, it looks like it's Ohio State that's not showing up. Possibility of that happening
We might be looking at the eventual
in
team
real
record
life.
holder for single season sacks.
This guy's beating the man
Is,
across from him. Double teams, triple teams, chip blocks. Help from
very
the
low,
backfield, you name it.
the probability is, but
This guy.
we'll see. I do root for Penn State, so I am hoping. Oh my God, there's Geno Lewis
Close
open.
to turning that into a big play.
Nice 27-yard catch to convert on 3rd down. Penn State looking to put an early nail in this coffin.
Quick throw, almost intercepted. Nice job getting
Carmen
the hand on
Williams
that one.
again jumps in front of the wide receiver. This one he got both hands on.
Defense.
Could have gone back the other way. 6
So
for
it's 2nd and 10.
18.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Catches it, and he's punished.
Good for a gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Three down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
All right, get Christian Hackenberg once another.
And he
Yeah.
just gets rid of it.
That commentating was about as good as that throw.
So it's 4th down.
Tried to convert on another 3rd down, but could not do it. Just an absolute ugly game.
It's up, and it's through the upright.
Problem with these ugly games is
Penn State to kick this one off.
one
He
team
really
may
got a hold
wind
of
up
that kick.
getting their offense together.
He's to the 20.
And Penn State sort of has their offense together.
He's tackled at the 22-yard line. Ohio State's coaching staff, I've got to think going into halftime, and we're getting close right now, Kirk. They've got to do something.
Elliott
different.
Miller,
They
Elliott.
had plans with their star running backs just not working today.
Well, I think the continuity between a coaching staff and a quarterback and an offense is
Pick
tested.
somebody who
Their
is
star
not
players
playing
not
well.
having a great
It
game.
is not hard to do.
Football game. I think now as we're close to this half, now's when you start to think about.
Oh, Braxton Miller finally takes it underneath.
And then it maybe
Just
eventually
runs
we
the
get back to
ball.
our star running backs, but in the meantime, let's try
It's
to
going to
find
be
some
interesting
other
to see
ways
him
to
as a
attack
running
the
back.
football.
I believe that's where they say he's going to make it and make the rotation.
He has some room. He gets to
And
about
it
the
looks
41-yard
like
line.
Urban
So he
Meyer
keeps
has
it, and he
decided
gets
if
a
you
big
can't
first down.
hit the broadside of a barn, throw in today, we're just going to run you.
And just hit it for a big game.
Ezekiel Elliott, look at that, forcing his way up for a 7-yard run.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
All right, so late in the 2nd quarter, we normally see a little bit of throwing. They have decided we are going to dial this thing back and just run the ball for a very nice draw. There's Ezekiel Elliott pounding his way to a 1st down. State catching a little fire just by running the ball. It doesn't look like they're going to run it. Oh, my
He
God.
gets rid of this one.
3 for 10. He got 3 for 10. I believe Hackenberg is 7 for 20. While his backup is 4 for 4. Let's get Barnett in the game, see what happens there. Little screen pass to Elliott, and Elliott is just swarmed by Nittany Line defensemen. Wow.
That brings up 3rd and 12.
So without the 2 missed field goals, this could be 19-0. Sheesh. Oh, a wobbler to wide open. I almost hit
At the 2.
Smith. It ain't Smith anymore. He was wide open too. Oh, jeez.
This is the
Braxton Miller overthrows that one there. You'd have to sit him. You'd have to sit him at that point. And he gets in for a touchdown. All right, so 1:12 left to go in the 1st half, and Ohio State finally gets a point on the board. Actually, no, they had picked up a 1st down before this. They had 1 1st down, but finally is able to put together a drive, a nice 80-yard drive for a touchdown.
Nice kick, plenty of distance.
And we'll see if Penn State's got plenty of time to answer back. We'll see if they can.
It's been an impressive game by this defensive.
Bosa's been getting in the backfield.
I
think he's already got 3 sacks on the day.
Great job of shedding his blocks, filling in the gaps, and also taking away the
He had 5 sacks against Western Michigan.
Struggling to stop is just his overall speed.
Nice
the
throw.
offensive line is underestimating, and quite honestly, I just don't think they have the physical manpower to be able to slow him down.
They're gonna go no huddle here. We'll see. We'll see. They definitely got enough time. I think the issue's gonna be if Bosa gets back in Hackenberg's face, or for that matter, if anybody gets up there, because they have been getting in his face, and it looks like Penn State has decided to counter and just getting the ball out quick. You get that whole three-step drop, boom, out of your hands. 3-step drop, boom, out of your hands. That is getting that much pressure. That's what you want to do. Gino Lewis dropping that ball.
Yeah, typically you'll see this when teams are having success with a particular player. They feel confident about a play's chances.
You expect this every time.
All right, they are in a passing formation. We'll see what happens here. Drop back, boom. Ball's got to be out. See, and that's not going to happen. Bosa gets right back in there. Chances are he will be the #1 pick in the draft. Not only chances are, I mean, if I even needed a quarterback, I think I would fake like I was going to pick Bosa.
Heading for the corner. He's tackled at the 36-yard
and try to, you know, well, I guess I wouldn't do that. Actually, yes, I would probably trade back.
Let's see if this offense can
I don't know, you know, of the quarterbacks. Of the quarterbacks out there right now, we'll see. I guess we'll see after the season. You know, Connor Cook looks good, but is he a franchise quarterback? Hackenberg, of course, they're saying, I thought he was a late first round, early second round. They're now saying that he could be picked first. Once again, I heard this from a Penn State fan. I have not confirmed anything of this. Probably need to before I say anything more. But yeah, they swore that not only would he be a first, that not only did they hear that he was going to be a first round pick, but the first quarterback, the first pick, period. So we'll see. Once again, it's Penn State fans saying that, so I'll have to dive into that a little bit more. I would love for it to happen. I'd love to see, you know, Hackenberg come out and be awesome, and be the first pick in the draft.
And he's out of bounds.
Ooh, all right. So it looks like a little bit of running has knocked Miller back into the game. Got his head right back into the game. And Ohio State now has definitely started to catch fire. It's Ezekiel Elliott up the middle, and it almost looked like a face mask there. And this is where we get into the bad time management, and it might cost Ohio State a chance at a field goal. Yep.
Now he tries to buy some time.
Oh my God. Well, it would have cost them a chance at field goal, but they get a touchdown instead. And Ohio State, after being dominated for the first, quarter and a little bit over a half on offense, they have 1 first down. The first 4 drives, their last 2 drives ending touchdowns, and they have a 1-point lead, and they get the ball to start off the second half.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
Ooh, uh-oh.
It's a new possession for this offense, so what will it hold?
So Ohio State's starting to catch a little bit of fire here at home.
Is up 1.
What you want to do if you're the Buckeyes, you want to go straight down the field. Oh my! Get out the way!
Give to the tailback. And they make
Elliott's going to pick up the first down. So we definitely, you know, the first game of the season against Virginia Tech, and for some reason, I went looking for that on my YouTube channel, and it's not in the playlist anymore. Which is very interesting. A lot of people have watched it, so they've seen it. But it should have been the first video in this. I guess not the first video. Now that I think about it, I guess it's the last video that I broadcast of the first season or the first week. But Ohio State has some trouble coming out of the gates. That let Virginia Tech build up a lead. They came storming back, but they never. I mean, they never sniffed.
Nice run there as they work the outside.
Never sniffed a chance to win. I think the closest they might have gotten, I think, might have been 10 points in the third quarter, I believe. Maybe they did get it to within one score. And there's Braxton Miller going to walk in for his second touchdown of the day. So Ohio State has caught fire. And a Penn State team that was absolutely dominating, a Penn State defense was absolutely dominating this offense, now does not have an answer for anything Ohio State's doing.
Brad, that's one of those drives that can just tear your heart. That can really demoralize a defense when they drive the ball down the field. And a lot of
as a Penn State's fan, I can clearly say that this does seem like Penn State.
There's still plenty of time to keep running their
up 13-0, should have been more dominating, and then all of a sudden, yeah. Oh, jeez.
This quarterback has to do a better job of avoiding the rush, because sacks can be real.
Adolphus Washington with a nice push up the middle. He has been in Hagenberg's face throughout the night. You can definitely blame him for a lot of the incompletions that Hackenberg's thrown today. That was like a pitch. Thank God Lynch didn't drop that ball, because that would have been a fumble. Oh boy.
Always a noisy place to play and tough on the offense.
Oh, it's a good throw.
He's out to the 30, and he hits him hard at the 37.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Linebacker went for the pick and actually gave up a 3rd and 19.
And he's hit immediately.
All right. Hackenberg's starting to get things going here. 11 for 25, 152 yards. A horrible completion percentage. But, you know, the good news is
the tight end's got it for a first down.
Right there is what you do. Right there is what you're doing. They're doing it again. 1, 2, 3, bam. 1, 2, 3, bam. 1, 2, 3, bam. That's. You get all the pressure in the world, especially in your face. And you have to do that. 1, 2, 3, bam. Ball should be out. Ball out late. He takes a hit, but he does complete it.
Number 2 makes the tackle at the 45-yard line.
We're just going to keep on counting. He's back. He's up to 50%. Oh, no, I guess he's not up to 50. He's got to complete this to get to 50%. Seriously, don't bob at 1, 2, 3, bam. And that's both sides. And looks like Hackenberg is hurt. And he ties his own sack record.
He's so well coached, but he also has a ton of intangibles that you just can't teach.
All right, O'Connor is perfect on the day, with the exception of getting sacked a lot. 1, 2, 3, bam, get it out. Ball does get it out, and that's going to be a first down to Kyle Carter. So we got a 3rd and 19 picked up, and I think that was a 3rd and 14 they just picked up. So Penn State flirting with disaster here. 1, 2, 3, bam. Get the ball out. 1, 2, 3, get the ball out. Now, there you go.
Slings it to his tight end.
That was what I call a
Oh,
power play
it's
in
dropped.
pass defense. He made solid contact.
Cal Carter drops his ball. Drops his ball. So nice. Drops the ball. Hackenberg going to be out for the rest of the quarter. We'll come back in the fourth quarter. 1, 2, 3, bam. Get the ball out now. Across his body throws. Nice hit. Very nice hit.
Good job of timing up the hit, and he didn't get there too early for the pass.
All right, third down.
Waited till the receiver touched the football.
Third and long is hard to pick up when you got to get the ball out quick. Ball out. There you go. Good throw.
And he's taken down around the 24-yard
Good throw.
line.
I have no idea who that guy is.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Ball out. Good ball.
He's got it out to his tight end. He's hit and taken
Sorry
down.
guys, this is basically what you get when
That makes it 2nd and 2.
when I don't cut out. 1, 2, 3, bam. Ball out. Good throw.
There's a strike complete. And he's
It could have been
immediately
picked, but
For a gain of 10 yards.
O'Connor's on fire. Who needs the boy? Christian Hackenberger just sit on the bench. Looks like they'll be fine. Ball out. Don't hesitate. Good throw, good catch. It's Sean Hamilton. Nice slant in. They get a touchdown. They are down by 2. They're already going to go for 2 here. I tend to not want to like doing this until I have to. We'll see. Ball out, no ball.
It was a 14-play,
That's going to be an incomplete
75-yard
pass.
drive.
So
They get 6 points on the board after
Penn
failing the
State
two-point
answers it
conversion.
with a beautiful drive of their own.
A lot to do with the quarterback and the receivers getting in sync.
And it's
making
now
it very tough for the defense to slow
21-19.
them down.
The score now, 21-19. Kirk, if this keeps going like it has been, we are going to have one exciting fourth quarter.
I just hope we continue to see this kind of execution. It's a lot of fun to be able to watch.
All
these
right,
offenses
so
make
Penn
plays,
State last
and it
3
comes
drives
to
have
that
had
field
no
goal. He does
answers.
have the ball last,
What
and a
Ohio
chance
State's
to
been
make a
doing
play.
on offense, we will see if this keeps up. Penn State brings the house. Miller's going to get the ball off to Michael Thomas for an 11-yard gain. I guess Penn State has decided they have played it fairly back throughout the game, and I think now they've been
Nice run there.
basically called out on it.
Gain of 6 on the play.
So they tried to just send everybody.
2nd and 4.
Unfortunately, I think Braxton Miller has worked his way into a very confident
Here's an
groove.
opening.
And nice block downfield, and that's going to be a
To
touchdown.
the 20.
10. No, caught from behind at the 3-yard line. Braxton Miller. Oh. Now the quarterback read, and Braxton Miller will just shove his way into the end zone. Cornerback just doesn't have enough beef behind him to bring Miller down, as he gets ridden into the end zone on a 5-yard carry.
6-yard drive, and they come away with a touchdown.
You know, you always prepare your offense.
So Penn State now down 9 points, 3:24 left to go in the third.
Touchdown after touchdown, saying, man, I didn't expect it to be this easy.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Just amazing, Herbie. We've seen 4 straight possessions now in which the offenses have
So
scored.
as ugly as this started, this is actually the offenses are starting to get a groove and play very well. O'Connor back for Penn State. He has had a great day so far. It took a little bit longer in the pocket than he needed to, but did dump it down, which that's all you can ask for. That is all you can ask for. You know, -1 yard and incompletion. Just don't take a sack to keep the defense fired up. Throw it.
Just
Oh.
throws this one away.
All right, their last drive they converted on a 3rd and 19 and a 3rd and
From
14.
their own 24-yard line. It's
And actually a 3rd and 10
Listen
maybe.
to this place.
3rd and 11. Ball out. Gotta get the ball out. You gotta get the ball out.
Great tackle at the 16-yard line.
That's not happening. Washington gets 3 sacks. Bosa's got 5 sacks. You got 8 sacks overall. You got 8 sacks with 2 people. I think somebody else has gotten a sack. I think you got 9 sacks. Definitely will have double-digit sacks by the end of today.
Tackle at the 44.
You're always looking for the home run return, the big highlight. Didn't happen there, but he still got him a couple yards.
And we see this offense again after what you, Kirk, called a very physical touchdown drive.
Well, I say that, Brad, because the big hog mollies up front were able to create holes for the running game, and it helped them get the score. Let's see if they can do it again.
And he has it on the corner. Gains his
Gil
way
Elliott
to the
goes
30-yard
on the
line.
outside. He's going to score that, or score. He's going to pick up that first down.
He's into the open field.
Oh, Braxton Miller straight up the middle. He's going to get inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal. And I think we're starting to see the end of this one.
Touchdown.
Oh, man. All right. 7 straight drives without Penn State being able to do anything.
So the kicker's going to stay on the sidelines. These guys will try for a 2-point conversion. Scrambling around, and they won't get the 2.
No, they don't get the. You know. That was not necessary. And field goal puts them 16 points up.
For the kickoff. He
An
really
extra
got a
point,
hold
that
of
is.
kick. And
It was not
sails out of the
necessary.
end zone for a touchback.
But oh well.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get
This,
back in
however,
the
is a
game.
little bit easier to come back. You know, 15 is easier to come back than 16.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
He might have a chance. Knocked out of bounds. Right around the 44-yard line.
19 on the play.
All right, they get that first down. That helps. I think the majority of drives that haven't ended in a missed field goals on both sides have just ended. It just was a 3 and out. Oh, that's a fumble, and that is going to be Ohio State's ball. Oh boy.
Sloppy job by the ball carrier. First and foremost, you should always be concerned about the ball.
So it's time to see this offense go to work again.
This defense couldn't stop them from moving the ball and inevitably finding the end zone.
He's brought down in the open field.
That'll make it 2nd and inches.
Oh, we still have one more game to go on this Monday night Twitch streaming event. It's going to be Notre Dame and USC in South Bend.
That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Notre Dame is coming off of a loss to Navy. USC is still undefeated after a very nice win against Washington.
Delivers to the halfback on the screen.
Oh,
He's taken
Ezekiel
down
almost
at the 33.
picks up the first down. He does shuck one tackler, but he is still. Wow. Okay. Urban Meyer is coming up with some calls that I went early went early for the went for a 2-point conversion when I don't think there was any way that he should go for it. And now this 4th down, which he picks up. It's trotting out his kicker for an attempt at a 47-yarder. 48-yarder, I guess.
Nice run, and he's brought down.
Gain of 6 yards.
All right, this is getting very frustrating as a Penn State fan to watch.
The halfback with a carry. Makes it out to about the 16.
No answers. No answers at all. At least they actually got him down to a 4th down play.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 16-yard line. Quick throw out to the receiver, incomplete.
So coming up after this is Notre Dame USC game next week. We will continue a Big Ten Monday. We won't always have Big Ten on Monday, but we will continue with the Big Ten on Monday with a Little Brown Jug game, Michigan versus Minnesota. I believe that will probably be the only Big Ten broadcast for Week 8. There might be an upset alert. I don't know if I actually want to put an upset alert on Twitch, because upset alerts for the most part should just be absolutely smackdowns and a half. We have seen upset alerts that have not gone that way, so I'll have to see. First we'll just have to see if there's going to be an upset alert for next week. And on YouTube I will release a video, just like I released a video for this week with the schedule, what it looks like, and we will be on Week 8. More than likely we'll have I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll do the little brown jug on Monday, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do. And then Thursday, more than likely Thursday, we might be on Week 9. I may actually, we'll see. I may not actually schedule. Oh, jeez. Finally got his pick. He had 2 hands on it the last time. He couldn't bring it down. This time he does. So O'Connor, after just starting off fabulous, has dwindled away. Oh! That might be Lucas. Is that Lucas? Sure enough, Jordan Lucas. Jordan Lucas was the actual reason why they were able to beat Rutgers. No, that's hard. That's hard. Penn State allowed Rutgers to get back in that game. They were able to eventually win it or hold out. Hagenberg back in the game after an O'Connor pick. I guess that made his bruise feel all better. Oh, jeez.
Perfect time to call the blitz. He took a bit of a chance, but it paid off by the linebacker being able to get through there, shoot the gap, and get to the quarterback.
From the 41-yard line, it's second
down.
Yeah,
so Monday we will be in Week 8. Actually, Thursday we're going to be in Week 8. Thursday we're going to have a bunch of SEC games. We're going to start off with Arkansas, Auburn. And then we'll roll into wherever I feel like going, or whatever the Twitch chat feels like going. So we might have the Kittens of Chaos, or maybe we'll see Ricky Seals Jones on Twitch.
They've been focusing on that aspect of it. Here, it looked like he may have taken a step backwards and really just let that one go.
And that would be this Thursday coming up. Forget what.
When the first down marker
I can't remember what today's date is. I think it's the 10th.
Make a play on 4th down. It just
right?
didn't happen for him here.
Well, let's see if he can shake
the 6th. Okay, so the 13th. I definitely know the 13th will be Thursday. So the 13th we'll have an SEC. We'll be in Week 8, and we'll do the SEC thing. And then Monday we'll see how much of week 9 we finish, or week 8 we finish off, and then the next Thursday will probably be week 9. It might just be, I don't know. How will we cross that bridge when we get to it? But next Monday will definitely be a little brown jug in case anybody is following the Jim Harbaugh Michigan State, or sorry, Michigan part of our coverage.
He gets hit out of bounds.
Oh, 4th and inches. Watch this be a fake.
Change the field position with his kick. That turned out to be a nice little punt there.
It was just a little pooch kick, but it was very effective.
And here we go with the offense ready to get things going again.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Eat.
Quick out to his receiver. And they make the stop at the 34.
Powell makes the tackle at the 34-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
4 down. Hey, check right.
And he tackles him hard at the 42-yard line. So they pick up quite a few yards on that play, Kirk.
Well, that was an excellent route, and he did a great job of
All right, so I'm going to go step away here.
Quick pass,
Oh,
intercepted.
jeez. Wish he would have stepped away before that
And down
happened.
he goes. Around the
Second pick of the day
41-yard
for
line.
him.
The defense now has 2 interceptions in the game.
I think there was a miscommunication there on the offensive side of the ball. I think maybe the receiver ran the wrong route, but regardless, still great play by the defense.
Let's step away. Get
We've
a
got a 1st
little,
and 10. Ball on the 41.
get some chips in me.
They'll bring him down at the 34-yard
Little drink.
line.
And I'll be waiting for
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
we'll be waiting for next game, which will be USC Notre Dame and South Bend. That'll conclude our Monday night coverage.
Trying to get it to the tight end, but it falls to the ground.
I think the secondary caught a break there with that ball being overthrown to the tight end. I know he's
If
a
I
big
see,
fella, but he's
by the way,
still
if I
a
see,
playmaker,
you know,
and that
Twitch
had big play written
Twitch
all
chat
over it.
They're about 4 yards away.
come
here
up,
on
I
3rd
will get back on. But until then, there will be
They go to the ground and he stops
blissful
short.
silence for anybody who wants to watch the end of this game, unless of course Penn State happens to come back and score score a couple touchdowns, make this thing look good.
It's our time. Mike 8. Mike 8.
He's on the run. Tackles right around the 32-yard line. And the defense comes through. The offense will take the field, hoping for a better result than their last drive.
Anytime you give the ball away, it's a disappointment. So these guys want to show that they can hang on to it.
Zips it to the tight end. And he's taken down at the 41-yard line.
Gain of 9 yards. That brings up 2nd and 1.
3 down. Mike 55. Right there. Look. 18.
And he's level at the 32. And he's just tied the NCAA record for sacks in a game.
Well, given his effort today, this is an honor nobody could argue with.
3rd and 10. Ball on the 32. The crowd really making it difficult. Gets it out in a hurry. It falls incomplete. The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
He's on the run. Tackle made at about the 49.
Call it a gain of 19 yards. 1st down.
Man left. 4 down.
And he's immediately tackled.
Number 13 with the tackle at the 35-yard line. First down.
From the 35-yard line. First down.
3 down, 3 down. Mark 55, Mark 55.
He's hit and taken down.
Gain of 15 yards. That makes it first and 10.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down, 3 down.
Red 18. Motion. Red 18.
Catches it, and that's all. He ran a good route there and was able to pick up yards underneath the coverage.
It's okay to move the ball in small portions because it relaxes the offense and can open things up for the big play.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Looks like someone got a head start on the line.
False start. Offense.
Maybe he got the cadence wrong coming out of the huddle. The coaches have a low threshold for mistakes like that.
From the 19-yard line, it's second down. Quick pass. What a play, and that is first and goal.
Number 2 with the tackle at the 5-yard line.
Man left, man
That
left.
makes it first and goal.
4 down. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Pass out to the tight end, but it's incomplete.
Wilker's the intended receiver on the play. That brings up second and goal.
It's second and goal. 5 yards to the goal line. Less than 3 minutes in the game. He lost the ball. Picked up by the defense. Got some open field. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
It always makes you nervous anytime a defender tries to pick up a fumble and run with it instead of just falling on it. Man, did it work out for him here for a big-time play in the score.
They're going to review this fumble, and I've got to tell you, I think he was down before the ball popped loose.
I don't know about this one, Brad. They called it a fumble on the field, and they need indisputable video evidence to overturn this call.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So after some discussion, the call on the field is reversed. They're packed in tight on the line. He's taken down just outside the goal line.
Gain of 3 on the play. That brings up fourth and goal.
The offense is staying on the field. It's all or nothing. Here we go. On the ground, and he won't get back to the line. And that was a big stop defensively.
Yeah, they only needed a few yards here to keep the drive alive. Great job by the defense to shut them down.
So they're just about set to get the game going again. Watch out for a pass play when you're in a goal line D. Up the middle for a nice gain. Elliott gains about 5 yards on the run.
5 yards. That brings up second and 5.
We've got a 2nd and 5. Ball on the 7-yard line. Just under 2 to go in the game. He's into the open field. Gets out to around the 25.
First down.
He might have a chance. Makes it out to about the 39. There's a player down. I'm not sure what happened.
First down.
From their own 39-yard line. First down. Takes it out to about the 49. They'll go with the run once again. And he has it on the corner. And he finally steps out at the 20. And this one's all but wrapped up with the final score. Ohio State 41, Penn State 19. So what are your final thoughts on this one, Kirk?
Pretty comfortable win, right about what we expected. This was a strong effort. Ohio State looked like a very strong club. It wasn't a blowout, but you don't have to always run the score up to show that you can play.